Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Wayne and today, alikat pag-usapan natin ang kaguluhan ng mga tao dyan sa Malacanang in relation sa nangyayari sa West Philippine Sea. Okay? So basically today, nagkaroon ng press con si Secretary Gibo Teodoro at pakinggan natin ang sinabi dito ng ABS-CBN News. And even before we get into that, syempre play mo muna natin intro natin. So very recent lang guys, nagkaroon ng problema or issue diyan sa West Philippine Sea. At isa sa mga kababayan natin talaga naman na aksidente at naputulan ng isang daliri. So initially ang nagsalita is of course walang iba kundi ang palasyo through ES Bersamin. However, kinontradikto ito ni Secretary Gibo Teodoro at ito ang kanyang sinabi.
The Philippine Defense Chief contradicts the President's Executive Secretary who had described last week's Chinese Coast Guard ramming of a Philippine Navy boat as a misunderstanding. Secretary Gilberto Teodoro labels it as a deliberate act. Pia Gutierrez reports.
Ito yung nakakatawa dito guys. Tatandaan nyo mabuti, itong si ES Bersamin actually work almost, alam mo yun, right-hand man ni PBBM yan eh. So, I understand na kung ano yung sinabi sa kanya, ni PBBM. Yun lang ang tina-translate niya. Ang tanong, nagkausap na ba si ES si PBBM at itong si Secretary Gibo? Mas siguro kaya kong paniwalaan na itong si ES Bersamin, okay, speaking on behalf of the President, mas nakausap na siya ni PBBM.
In a departure from its earlier statement, the Philippine government is now saying that the June 17 incident in Ayungin Shoal is neither an accident nor a misunderstanding, but a deliberate act by the Chinese government.
We see the latest incident in Ayungin not as a misunderstanding or an accident. It is a deliberate act of the Chinese officialdom to prevent us from completing our mission. We are not downplaying the incident. It was an aggressive and illegal use of force.
So parang pinapalabas ngayon ni Secretary Gibo na ang nagda-downplay nun ay walang iba kundi si ES Bersamin. That's a question.
Change in June comes shortly after President Marcos Jr. visited the injured troops at the Western Command in Palawan, according to Secretary Teodoro.
Preliminary assessment at the time, but after the trip of the President to Palawan, nag-firm up na yung conclusion na talagang deliberate incident.
Alam mo, this is the funny part. This is not actually the first time, but for me, I think this is the third time. No? Na nagpapalabas muna sila ng statement without even making any further assessment. Okay? Kung matatandaan ninyo guys, nung June 21, 2024, naglabas po ng material ng article si PCO. Okay, sabi niya rito, the Philippines is not elevating to a higher international body the latest Ayungin Shoal incident. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin said on Friday as he expressed the country's willingness to work with China to resolve the dispute. Ngayon, kung babasahin natin yung article, maikli lang naman, basahin na natin. So, it says here that the Philippines is not elevating a higher international body the latest Ayungin Shoal incident. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin said on Friday as he expressed the country's willingness to work with China to resolve the dispute. Bersamin made the remarks during a palace press briefing when asked if the government is considering bringing the matter to a global body. Sabi nga niya rito, that's not yet a consideration because I think this is a matter that can easily be resolved very soon by us, and if China wants to work with us, we can work with China. Now, the problem kasi here is that supposedly si PBBM na ang nagsalita. Okay, siya na ang humarap sa press tungkol dito at nasagot niya itong mga tanong na siya lang naman dapat ang makakasagot. The question is, bakit niya hindi yun ginawa? The palace official who chairs the National Maritime Council said the body did not discuss the invocation of the Mutual Defense Treaty during its second meeting on Friday. And the funny part is that maraming mga supporter ni BBM ang gustong i-invoke ang MDT, no, or Mutual Defense Treaty, which might translate na tayo ay pumasok sa isang gera. Minsan hindi ko alam o hindi ko maintindihan bakit ganito ang mindset ng ibang kababayan natin. Na gustong-gusto nila na magamit na natin yung Mutual Defense Treaty. Hindi kasi nila naririnig yung mga takot ng mga tao, lalong-lalo na dun sa mga lugar kung saan makikita yung mga EDCA sites, 'di ba? Lalong-lalo marami tayong kaibigan diyan sa Palawan, ano. Ang dami-daming kwento ng takot sa mga nangyayari ngayon, no, sa mga nawi-witness nila. However, the NMC announced it recommended to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. for the continuation of routinary and regular rotation and reprovisions mission of the BRP Sierra Madre and Ayungin Shoal despite China's provocative actions. It said announced for RORE mission will be made before they are conducted. The Philippine government also did not consider the incident. Dito na trigger si Gibo Teodoro eh. The Philippine government, imagine mo speaking, on behalf of the president to si E.S. Bersamin, did not consider the incident as an armed attack, Bersamin said, adding that it may be a misunderstanding or an accident. It was reported that 8 Filipino servicemen were injured during the June 17 hostile incident, but the NMC clarified that only one was hurt. The council recognizes a peaceful, stable, and prosperous West Philippine Sea and South China Sea is still a distant reality. He said that the council agree on policy recommendation for President Marcos consideration. Okay. Now, the funny part here is that 17 nangyari yung incident. 21 lumabas si E.S. Bersamin for what do you call that? For a press con. Okay? Supposedly dapat si BBM ang humarap sa press. Pangalawa, imagine mo, no, it took them days only to realize, okay, nakakainin pala nila o ipapakain nila kay Bersamin yung sinabi niya na misunderstanding or accident lang yun nangyari. Imagine mo, pareho kayong nasa loob ng palasyo, pareho kayong under ni PBBM. Pero hindi kayo nagkakasundo, hindi kayo nagkakatugma. Kung tutuusin, pareho lang kayong emisaryo ni PBBM. 'Di ba? Katanggap-tanggap ba na sabihin ni Teodoro after niyang makita yung nangyari dun sa mga Filipino troops, biglang nag-iba yung isip ni PBBM? 'Di ba dapat again and again and again, even before niya binubuka yung bibig niya, hinahayaan niya munang matapos yung investigation, yung assessment, para hindi kayo nagkakaganito. Kayo na nga lang yung naandyan, hindi pa kayo nagkakasundo. Balik tayo kay Secretary Gibo.
National Security Advisor Eduardo Año, however, reiterates the government's earlier statement that China's actions earlier condemned as coercive, aggressive, and barbaric by the armed forces of the Philippines cannot be classified as an armed attack.
Not classify it as armed attack because by international definition of armed attack, it is the use of military force and excessive mass use of force that could trigger collective self-defense. Even though sa Article 51 ng UN Charter at saka dun sa MDT, hindi siya magpo-force definition ng armed.
But while it is not an armed attack, He says what the Chinese did clearly violated a number of international and domestic laws.
The PRC violates a lot of domestic international laws, including use of illegal force, violation of COLREG, Convention on the Collision at the Sea, at saka yung SOLAS, International Convention on Safety of Life at Sea, at saka, of course, in the Declaration of Conduct, dapat to, lahat ng member states should exercise self-restraint and always opt the use of peaceful means to settle disputes.
Meanwhile, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. thumbed down the proposal of the National Maritime Council to publicize the schedule of its future RORE missions.
Just to clarify, no, those are just part of the recommendations of the National Maritime Council. It's not the decision of the president yet, but the president has decided, he said, there will be no publication of future RORE.
We reiterate that we seek neither permission nor consent from anyone in performing our sworn duties in the West Philippine Sea.
So hindi ko alam, meron bang gugurgurin? Kasi 'di ba, tuwing may nagiging kapalpakan, no? Isa sa mga cabinet secretary ni BBM. Like halimbawa, etong sa PTB4, ano nangyari doon? 'Di ba? Tinanggal nila. Hindi natin alam kung anong pinaka-reason kung bakit nila tinanggal. Some people are making this speculation na dahil baka daw dun sa, what do you call that, na-capture yung pag-agaw ni FL Lisa doon sa wine glass ni Senator Chis Escudero. Alam mo yung ugali mo, sisisihin mo yung tao na walang kinalaman sa naging inugali mo ng araw na yon. Diba? Hindi ba kayo naawa dun sa taong tinanggal niya? Siguro nga hindi niya ganun kailangan ng trabaho because she will be very, baka yung tao na yun is highly in demand. We don't know. Diba? Hindi siya nag-worry na mawalan ng trabaho. Pero, pinaglaban siya ng mga tao niya. It only means na yung tao na yun na pinaglalaban nila, maayos trumabaho. O ngayon, ganyan yung ginawa ni Bersamin. Again, you cannot blame E.S. Bersamin for that, Kasi, for sure, even before siya lumabas dyan, merong go signal yan ni PBBM. Alam ni PBBM kung ano yung mga potential niyang sasabihin dyan. Diba? Naging executive secretary pa siya, diba? Para hindi siya mag-stand as the alter ego of BBM dyan sa kanyang, what do you call that? Press conference. Tas biglang, alam mo yun, I find it weird. It's very unorganized na kayo lang yung magkakasama dyan sa palasyo. Hindi nyo ba pwedeng masuggest kay BBM na, before tayo magpa-press con, bisitahin mo muna yung mga, natin, yung mga sundalo natin na nasaktan. Diba? Hindi yung ipupush mo si Bersamin na tawag dito, humarap sa press to make a statement on your behalf and then eventually babawiin nyo rin pala. Sa ganito nga simpleng incident, guys, nakikita mo kung gaano ka unorganized ang gobyerno ni BBM. And uulitin ko, this is not the first time na may ganito sila. Ano yung una? Nung sinabi ni BBM na, ang tawag doon? Yung umatake daw sa Marawi ay foreign. Tapos sasabihin ng AFP is local. Meron pang isa. Then, eto ngayon. Hindi pa ba kayo nakakapansin? Kung gaano ka unorganized ng administrasyon ni PBBM? Hindi rin ba kayo nagtataka? Ngayon, ang daming feed sa Facebook. Gaya ng ganito, guys, no? Imagine mo 94 comments lang pero meron 788 shares. Di ba kayo nahihiwagaan dyan? Kung gaano karami tong mga 'to, 'di ba? Ito guys, matatawa kayo. Itong Mark Jason, shinare niya yung shinare niya 'to. Okay, shinare niya 'to. Punta tayo dun sa Mark Jason. Tapos, may naka-share sa kanyang ganito 26 minutes ago. Breaking news, pray for China, nakakaranas sa matinding pagbaha dahil sa malakas na pag-ulan. Does it even make sense to you? 'Di ba? Because if you're saying that, if you're sharing with that, if you're agreeing that, why are you sympathizing or empathizing with China? Dahil yun ang nangyayari sa kanila. Ang problema natin guys nowadays is nagkakaroon dinidevelop, bini-brainwash yung mga kababayan natin. Oh, ang bobobo daw ng mga nasa COMSEC. Tingnan natin 'to. Hmm. 'Di ba? Puro share-share lang ginawa nito. Let's pray for shoulder family ate no. Hmm. Taga saan ba 'tong nag-share na 'to? Profile transparency. Mukha bang Pilipino 'to? Itong nag-post na 'to? Profile location Philippines, December 2020. Interesting. Anong character 'to? See all photos. 'Di ba? Not following. Sikat ba 'to? Followers. Hmm. Private. Lahat ng mga ano niya, it's nothing to do with Filipino. Hmm. Mukha bang Pilipino 'to sa inyo? Korean characters yung nasa likod niyan. 'Di ba? Mukha bang Pilipino 'to sa inyo? Tingnan niyo yung ginagawa ng administrasyon ni PBBM. Nasaan na yun? Ba't wala? Tagalog siya. Wag naman paabuti na mag-beg yung voting fan bases na nagsistream ng vote kayo bago kumilos. So basically, this person has really nothing to do with politics. Is it safe to say that this account is just what? A troll account? Oh. May nakita ba kayo dito na nagpapakita na siya ay patriotic? Parang wala naman. Ayan, 3 days ago. For more information. CP mo, ang dami nag-share. Pero konti lang nag-comment. Let's not keep our mouth shut and stop joking around what's happening in our country. Itong problema natin eh. Hindi alam ng mga tao. Warning, this page promotes CIA propaganda advocating for the Philippines to serve as a proxy in a conflict between China and America. Diba? Karoon ng lakas ng loob. Nakakatakot yung maneuver na ginagawa ng ano. Maniniwala ba kayo na ito ay legit? Kung meron only 95 comments and yet 789 shares. 'Di ba? Ito yung gustong i-inculcate ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas sa mga kababayan natin. And it's very disturbing. Sa totoo lang. It's very, very disturbing. Na may mga ganitong pakalat-kalat sa Facebook. Sa TikTok, I don't know, even in YouTube. 'Di ba? Mo hindi ako natatakot dun sa fact na ano eh. I remember there's this one statement coming from Coco Locoy. Okay lang na mamatay tayo sa gera dahil pinaglalaban natin yung tama. Ang nakakatakot, we are very much misinformed. Yung naniniwala tayo sa sinasabi, no, ng nakakarami, without even further doing any research tungkol dyan sa nangyayari sa West Philippine Sea. Ano ba karapatan natin sa West Philippine Sea? Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng sovereign rights versus sa sovereignty, sa territorial sea? Ano ang karapatan ng China? Ano ang effect ng historical rights nila sa naging judgment ng The Hague? It's always easy for us to say that atin ang West Philippine Sea. In truth, hindi po atin ang West Philippine Sea. In simple terms, hindi atin ang West Philippine Sea. Meron lang tayong sovereign rights dyan, which is meron tayong karapatan na makinabang sa kung ano man ang meron dyan sa West Philippine Sea. I highly recommend na panoorin niyo po yung mga nagiging discussions nila Ma'am Joey, nila Sass. Because they know better more than I do. 'Di ba? And again, how can we rely sa ating gobyerno kung yung mga cabinet secretary, yung mga ni PBBM hindi nagkakasundo? Kaya tama lang talaga layasan sila ni VP Sara eh. Imagine mo, executive secretary versus si DND secretary. Parehong alter ego ni BBM. Anong rason ni Gibo? After na-assess, dun lang nila na-realize. Hindi ko alam guys kung gaano pa karami yung mga magiging senaryong ganito na even before nila totally assess. Okay? Then mag-come up sila ng conclusion nila, paano nila approach yan, ano yung next step na gagawin nila. Ang nangyayari is, okay, para lang masabi na may sasabihin ng palasyo, magpapadala ng emisaryo through E.S. Bersamin. Nakakaawa rin si E.S. Bersamin. Ano? Sa totoo lang, ako naawa kay E.S. Bersamin. Siya na ngayon mag-take nung sisi na dapat si BBM ang sisihin for making sabihin na lang natin, hindi naman false statement, no? Hindi naman false statement. It's more like hindi pa siya sure sa sasabihin niya and yet kung ano-ano na naman ang sinasabi niya. Sa totoo lang yung mga ganitong senaryo dyan sa palasyo, mapapaisip ka na lang. Kasi hindi mo na alam kung ano ang mga sinabi nila na kailangan nilang babawiin din eventually. Or sila mismo magbabangayan na magkakaroon ng doubt ang taong bayan sa mga ginagawa nila. Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, at i-comment nyo na tama pa ba ito? No? Yung ganitong sistema dyan sa loob ng palasyo. Na mismo yung mga cabinet secretary ni BBM is nagkokontrahan. And again, magpapapress ko na naman sila even without any further investigation. Yung kumbaga concrete na yung information eh. Kasi para sa akin, sa totoo lang, nakakawalan ng confidence. Nakawala ng tiwala.